What's going on, Taurus? It's your man, ES the Hermit Star, back again. And I'm here to do the Scorpio new moon reading for the sign of Taurus. So if you have Taurus anywhere in your chart, sun, moon, or rising sign like I'm not a rising, moon sign like myself, but rising sign. This is a reading for you or anywhere in your chart. So, like I was saying before, this is the Scorpio new moon reading. Before I continue on with the shuffle, I would like to explain to you what that is. The Scorpio new moon is pretty much the death and rebirth of you. What do I mean by that? So, there are probably things about yourself that you would like to change, okay? This is not the time to half step, all right? Ain't no half stepping, as the great Big Daddy Kane said. That's a rapper or philosopher for some of those. But nah, Big Daddy Kane once said, ain't no half stepping. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you are going to go after something in your life, whether it be a career goal, whether it be a personality change, whether it be a physical change, whether it be something that you truly desire, now is the time to fully focus on going forward with it. Now, I'm not saying you have to make leaps and bounds. You have to jump from A to Z within this weekend or today being November 1st. No, I'm not saying that at all. Things are going to be a gradual change. In fact, this energy, from my research at least, is going to be, somewhat lasting until for about 10 years, the next 10 years or so. It's going to be lingering around. So you have time to focus on the thing or to build the thing that you want. Don't think that it has to be something that has to be done by the end of the year. It'd be amazing. You go at your own pace, Taurus, and every sign I'm going to be reading for today has to go on their own pace. You might have it done by the end of this year. You might have it done by the end of next year. Either or, you have the time is what I'm saying. But the time is now. The time to work on it is now. There is no more time to just push it off to the side. There is no more time to just let the universe take care of it or just sit around and do nothing about it. There are things you want to change, and it's really, you either are going to go forward and achieve these things and do it, or you're going to settle for how things are right now. It's really that simple. Let's continue on though with the shuffle. If you would like a personal read, Taurus, you are able to book that by finding my email in the description box below. You can email me there, and that's how you could book one. Schedule a personal read. There's 2 packages. We'll go over all of that, pricing, all that good stuff. Just understand that I would never reach out to you. So if there's someone claiming to be me, offering reads, offering anything else, it is not me. That is a scam. So just be mindful of that. Ugh. Not really liking your cards today, Taurus. All right. But we'll see how we could make this, a positive one. So you have the 9 of Swords. This is suffering, isolation, hopelessness. And I think this might have to be in regards to money, because you do have a Pentacles card, nets, or just your career in general, where you're feeling as if though, there's no hope. There might be even a betrayal coming up from, again, the cards that I'm seeing, where, you unfortunately suffer that. I'm just going to say it right now. You, to get past that, here's the thing, right? Are betrayals a good thing? No. Nobody wants to be betrayed. Nobody wants to be, it's very reminiscent actually of, and the card of the day was the Seven of Swords, you know, and that's betrayal as well. So maybe that card was meant for a Taurus out there, you know, Sun, Moon, or Rising. However, again, Taurus Moon over here, so this could be very much for me as well. But you know, this betrayal, it sucks. I get it, but I would rather know who's for me and who's against me than think that everybody is either for me or everybody is against me. But you know, that's if you think everybody's against you and then that's not the case, you're betraying yourself. Um, so that's you know, I can give you advice on that. I could try to give you advice on that, but ultimately that's a decision you have to make to get out of that paranoid type of mind state. But as far as thinking that everybody is for you, that is one of the ways you can easily get betrayed and used and played, by thinking everybody in your life is actually for you because of a relationship title or because of whatever the case is. Um, you know, how long you've known them or whatever. It just seems as though that somebody is going to show, you know, a Judas is going to show, a Judas, a Brutus, or whoever, right? Whatever their name is, right? They're going to show their true colors. Um, the good thing about it is you now know. You now know. Now, granted, this ain't even your next card, but I'm going to show you, and that's why I said it's going to be a betrayal, a painful ending, because you have the Ten of Swords. Your next card is the Eight of Pentacles. This is what I was talking about when I said that maybe things in your job or career aren't working as well, because this is lack of inspiration. But this is also, I'm gonna put this down real quick. This is also the lack of change, lack of things aren't going well in your career possibly, or inspiration wise, is because you're not necessarily doing anything different in order for you to get that inspiration. It's like if you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm a writer, right? When I first started writing, like first ever, I was like, I'm just gonna write self-help books, right? I like helping people, so I'm just gonna be the dude that writes self-help books. That didn't last long. Yeah, as far as being the author who just wrote self-help books. I wrote one, and I actually wrote two. But you'll never find them because you'll probably find one, but the other one, I made sure that was scrubbed off the history books. But no, I wrote two, and it wasn't until the second one where I realized I can actually help more people by actually just not boxing myself in to this one category of self-help author or just being a self-help writer, right? Needless to say, I started writing fiction novels. I started writing screenplays, you know, movies, TV shows, things of that nature, right? You know, and started doing other things, you know, tarot. So it's like I didn't necessarily box myself in. And for that, again, the example of me being a writer, had I stuck with just forcing myself to be a self-help type of author, I don't think I would be into writing right now. Because, again, after I've written that second one, I didn't have the motivation to write anything at all. And it was like I had all these creative ideas in my mind that I wanted to express, that I was like, okay, maybe I could create a book, create a script for this. And these are the things that brought back my motivation for writing in general, was not boxing myself in, taking that lid off the box and doing something different. So in regards to you, Taurus, you this lack of inspiration could simply just be because you're boxing yourself in. You know, you need to let that old you go. like I said, with this whole new moon, Scorpio new moon, let that old you die. Simply because you've been doing something for so long, or you started off doing something one way, doesn't mean as of right now and for the foreseeable future that's going to be you for the rest of your life. If you're like, I've been a business major all my life or all this time in school, and now I want to switch to, I don't know, whatever, culinary arts, you know? And people are like, oh, but you went to school for so long for business. And it's not, your career's not really doing as much as you wanted to do. I'm going to have to wrap this up soon and stuff. But that's all me for you know what? I don't feel like rushing this. I don't rush these things. I do have a meeting in 10 minutes. So I rarely do this, right? I'm going to keep these cards out, but I'm going to, do a part 2, all in this video. And the part 2 is going to wrap up the rest of this reading here. It's all going to be in this one video. You're just going to see it cut. So, yeah, stay tuned. All right, so like I was saying before, so you're pretty much boxing yourself in, it seems as though. As I was waiting for this bullshit meeting, right? Yeah, I was still reading, just reading into the cards and stuff. I pulled one more card for you, so I'm going to read that at the end. But so this Ten of Swords is no longer the last card in the reading. But as I was continuing to read, this betrayal looks like a betrayal of yourself, and it's a betrayal of yourself if you do not go for that new thing that you want, that desire. If you don't get out of your own, if you don't stop boxing yourself in, essentially, it's all this judgment that you're afraid of, and this suffering, this isolation is ultimately you in your own head, which is keeping you up at night. Yeah, there are going to be people who say things, and they're going to that might affect how you feel about this new move, this new venture in your life. But they're not going to stop you. Ultimately, it's your decision whether you want to do the thing or not, whether you want to continue on the path that you're on right now, or do something different. Your last card, the card that I pulled, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is new venture, abundance, and manifestation. This is you actually going forward with the thing that it's bringing you the new inspiration, if it was in this situation, of course. But the lack of motivation, the lack of inspiration that you're having right now due to how your life is going at this moment in time, it's because, again, of the boxing that you're doing for yourself. But this right here just shows once again that the lack of motivation. I don't know why it took me some time to get that out, but the lack of motivation ends when you actually go forward with the new venture, whatever that thing is that is going to bring in inspiration for your life. So yeah, Taurus, it's honestly, you're the one who is potentially betraying yourself by not doing the thing that brings you the most joy. You're the one that's potentially betraying yourself, or you're the one that's potentially tormenting yourself. That suffering that you're having is because you're not allowing yourself to change and to get rid of the old you, even if it's attached to a job title or a career, whatever the thing is. Clearly from the energy prior to the Ace of Pentacles showing up is you not being in a mode of inspiration, you not being in a mode that is necessarily, one that is conducive to change, because you're sticking into the same old. Oh, I'm in this box, or my family or people know me as this, so I have to stick to this. So the fuck what? I said this in Leo's reading. I just did their video. Go check that out if you have Leo anywhere in your chart. Or if you just want to cross watch. But fuck them people. Like, honestly, like, this whole idea of not changing because of what other people might say or think, you're betraying yourself. You're betraying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't... Now, you're not going to die betraying yourself. This is, But as I was saying at the beginning, it's a death and rebirth. This is the death of your highest sense, though, in a way. This is the death of the new you if you betray yourself, alright? This ain't no, granted, the CIA might try to convince you that people can stab themselves in the back 10 times, and that's a calming way of people dying. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? If someone were to, usually, if you see this image, you're like, someone did this to this person, or a group of people did this to this person. But there's no other energies in this reading here. This is you, all you, Taurus, for a Taurus out there, right? Or Taurus placement out there. This is you betraying yourself. And this is what you're going to be looking like. Take a good look. I'm going to put it right. A good hard look at what you're doing to yourself by not going for this. Alright? You're not going toward that. This is what you're doing to yourself. So at the end of the day, it's your choice at what you're going to do. Are you going to take a leap of faith? Are you going to say, forget those people, forget the judgment of even myself, and do what I want to do, this new thing? I have a desire. It doesn't have to be perfect. I was also saying this in Leo. Was I saying this in yours as well? But I think I was saying it in Leo's. But I might be saying it in yours as well. Where, with this whole thing, with doing this tarot channel, the reason why it took me so long to not just do this, but just to read tarot for others in general, is because I felt like I had to be perfect, like the other readers, right? If I had to be the most knowledgeable, this, that, and the third. Then I got into this and I figured none of us are perfect. I look at other readers that I respect and I'm like, I wouldn't interpret it that way. Or I think there's a bit of projection here. Or I don't think that, just they're not perfect. They're just things that they get off, this, that, and the third. It happens. And it's not even just an era thing of right and wrong. It's a lack of perfection, meaning that even things outside of what they do with tarot, they might be going through things in their life that is clearly, if someone was toxic, they would look at them and be like, how come you're not following your own advice? It's because they're part of having the human experience is sometimes living a life where you can give advice to somebody and sometimes not live it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's harder to actually do the things that you're telling someone else to do. That's a ramble in a sense, not to make your video as super long as possible. Again, we do end off with the Ace of Pentacles. So you are going forward. This is the type of energy, and again, abundance. This will happen for you if you just allow yourself to go toward whatever this new inspiration is, whatever this thing is that's going to bring in some new inspiration and abundance in your life. But if you stick to the thing that is bringing you the lack of inspiration right now, if you stick to the thing that is not necessarily, bringing you joy, that is keeping you up at night, that's keeping you pretty much, that's the suffering, again, you're just killing off your highest self, the new self of yours. So, your choice at the end of the day, Taurus. I'm going to be praying for you. And, if you would like a personal read, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below of this video and every video. Just be mindful that there are scammers out there. So, if there is someone pretending to be me, offering reads, offering any other service I do not provide, it is a scam. Just be mindful of that. All right. If you got anything of value from this video here, please hit that like button. Please subscribe as well. Share and comment anything you feel compelled to comment in regards to this. I thank you for trusting me for being one of your intuitive readers for today. Yeah, until next time, until next video. Y'all take care out there. Peace out.